Oh yeah, it will.
Let's see. Oh wait, what did I do?
My premier team played the Monday night game, so obviously like because so it's Monday night over there right now, and we just had a draw, so 1-1.
Oh, you watch soccer?
Yeah. Like Wade's got me into it now. So,
Shut up. I'm like,
yeah.
you watch soccer? Like, what are you talking about?
So Everton is my team.
I didn't even know you had a team. I'm like, what?
Well, because like, and I mean, I was very strategic how I chose my team because I'm a Beatles guy. Like I'm obsessed
Yeah,
with the Beatles my whole
yeah,
life.
I knew that.
So I want to go with a team that was like near Liverpool. I didn't want to go with Liverpool because like
Okay.
I got reasons. But Everton is like in Liverpool too. And I was like, well, I wonder what team Sir Paul McCartney roots for. So I searched it and he is an Everton guy. So I was like, okay, well, if Paul McCartney is Everton, then I have to be Everton. So that's my team.
You just rolled off.
And so they won. So my first game where I have gear now. I have a scarf. I should have worn my shirt because we were playing today, but I had an important meeting at work, so I couldn't wear like a polo really. What was I gonna say? So yeah, so they won the first game, and then they got shut out the next game. They got shut out the one after that. I'm like, I am just bad luck. Like my Lions lose yesterday. Spartans can't win a game. Like I'm just really bad luck for my teams right now.
That is funny. You kill because that guy I listened to Chris Childers on Sirius XM, dude. He's like a big soccer fan too. Like he's all in on soccer. And all of a sudden,
the Premier League is awesome.
Yeah. But you just like I had no idea you watched. And then you're like, oh yeah, it's already like my team. I'm like, because I've never heard you talk about soccer ever. Like
it's new for me. Yeah,
football. Yeah,
I've always liked the football, but now like I'm trying to learn player names and like, but it's easy. It's easy to like because like the game's just like they don't take much of your time. Like how long it's gonna be. Like there's no like TV timeouts. Like I mean it's fun to watch.
But man, I coach Paige's teams like playing soccer all growing up. Dude, that game needs more offense. Oof. That big old field with those girls. Oof.
Yeah.
It was rough. Mohawk is in the house.
He's missing Walt Disney World. I don't blame him. He was there a long time.
I know. We miss seeing
it's hard to go home. I miss the updates.
I know, for real. That was the best. All right, let's do listen.
It's always fun when someone in the Discord is there. Like, I'm kind of bad about. I need to do better about sharing lately. I'm just like been so in the moment about where I've like been bad about posting things. But
I know I need to get in there too. I read it all the time. I need to post more.
Well, yeah, when I'm down there, I need to post more. I feel like, but because I love seeing those live updates. Those are great. I think it's because I take video now a lot more than I do the photos. So I got to start trying to take more photos again too.
Yep. I'll be posting a lot when I do the Destiny cruise because I'll be buying the internet and they'll just be Pam and I. So I'll do that. And then of course Marathon I will. All right. I need to write these numbers down.
I was posting today. I was sharing some of my stats. 1, 2, 7. I spent a lot of nights at Walt Disney World.
I need to count my medals. That just made me think. I thought about that this morning and I was too busy. I was like, walk past them. I'm like, I got to do that at some point. Like,
and I'm at 347 nights, 386 days I've spent at Walt Disney World.
See, I would have no idea. Like, I wish I could go back and figure that out, but I can't. Like,
it's hard.
The only thing I could do is the medals because I'd have like.
You definitely do the medals, yeah.
It's the only thing I could quantify at this point. Look at that. Don's and Alani still.
Good morning. I checked in. Yes, I think I saw it on Twitter. Commented.
Yep. He said he watched all your videos. All right, 2791. Scott's got a story to lead us off. Here we go. Merry Christmas. Here we go. Oops. What is happening there? Here we go. Welcome to episode 2791 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. We are here to answer your listener questions in the midweek. Hope everybody had a fun Halloween and settling in here in November. This is the time of year where it gets dark early and the year starts accelerating towards the end of the year. Thanksgiving right around the corner. Christmas will sneak up on us. And we are team slow down. The crew today, Scott and I, hold your horses there. Troy down in Florida, man, he has had his lights on and his Christmas trees up there for weeks. Love you, Troy. I love how you post your pictures there after your runs. All the trees, Pam Forster's right there with you. I mean, I know we have a lot of folks that get those trees and lights up early. We're chilling out here. We'll have them up soon enough. So we're gonna honor Thanksgiving here. So joining me today to answer your listener questions, my buddy from Must See Adventures, Scotty G up in Michigan. Scott, happy Wednesday. What's up?
Happy Wednesday, Mike. Yeah, like let's give some love to Thanksgiving. Like I mean, Christmas is fantastic. Absolutely love Christmas, but man, just Thanksgiving is great. Families get together. You can still play your Christmas songs during that time too, but got to give some respect to Thanksgiving, no doubt, for sure.
That is right. And speaking of, well, here we are kind of blowing our cover there, but you are going on a very maritime cruise on the Disney Dream
Fantasy.
Fantasy.
I haven't sailed the Fantasy since the BRGS podcast cruise we did that one time in 2017, I think. Yeah, that was 2017 because we were building our house. It was 2017. It's crazy.
9 years ago. 8.
I know. Like
almost.
I have not seen, and that's the only time I sailed that ship too. So like super excited to see the Fantasy, and it just came out of dry dock. So we have a friend in the Discord that's on the transatlantic sailing that launched today, 13 nights.
Oh,
like
imagine how cool that would be.
I know. I was chatting with him today on the Discord a little bit. It's a like a honeymoon bucket list kind of cruise, like out of Southampton. I was like, that would be so cool. So like he's getting the ship warm for me because 13 nights. By the time he comes back, like there's only 2 more sailings and then I'm on it,
Exactly. And so the Fantasy is going to have that updated Festival of Foods on it. So that's going to be exciting. What are you excited for your cruise coming up? Because we're going to tackle some listener questions, but let's just get a little chat here at the beginning because we had a lot of listener questions. We have some in the inbox. We're looking for some here in the live chats. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. But the Fantasy, it's been a minute since you've been out. Man, that was one of our most epic podcast cruises too.
Yeah, that might have been. They've all been great. No offense to any.
No, they've been great.
I don't want to say like that was the best one
because it was a 7-nighter, dude. We had so much time to do so much damage.
7-nighter. We did a Be Our Guest podcast lizard run on deck 4. Do you remember that? Like we all woke up early and we ran as a team around deck 4, like early. I remember Emily was doing it, Paige and Ricky and Pam, Hannah. Like, man, we had so much fun doing that. That was awesome.
Yes. So yours is a very maritime cruise, and you just explored something. This might be good for everybody who is sailing here in the upcoming holiday season because
this cracked me up.
You're gonna. I don't know if Liz listens to the podcast.
She doesn't.
No. She doesn't.
She does. She does. But I'll make sure she does not listen. Okay. I don't think she listens on her own. We listen together a lot. Okay, like while we're in the car, like we'll put on the show or we're going for a walk. We'll listen. So I will be able to kind of control a little bit if she listens to this one or not. But yeah, so it's her 40th birthday. So super excited that. I love big celebrations. We've celebrated her 30th at Disneyland. We did my 40th at Alani. I was like, what can we do for her 40th? It's hard to top Alani. I feel like. And we just have this small window of time where Emily could be with us too because of like a college break, for Thanksgiving. So because her birthday's the day after Thanksgiving. So we're going to go on the cruise, which I thought was fantastic. We had the cruise fever. So I was thinking like, what can I do to like help make that even more special, and to celebrate, and decorate and things like that. Cause I've seen people like decorate their staterooms before. I know Disney can kind of help with that. So I was playing on the website today and I saw they have like a birthday celebration, which I think Jared did actually a couple of years ago on the Wish. So I was like, oh, sweet. I can get like a magnet put on the door. Like I can get these streamers, they do like the pillowcases. They just really like decorate that to your birthday, which is awesome. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. So let's add that to my cart as a little celebration. I think it'd be a fun surprise. And I'm looking through there, Mike, looking at all the other stuff because you can order like bottles of wine or champagne. You can get like cupcakes and all this stuff, which we've done in the past for like friends and even us sometimes. But since it's a maritime cruise, they had a different, an additional option. For those that are watching, I'm just gonna share it and show you what it is. It's kind of wild.
Which we
Um,
were checking this out, and he showed it to me in the pre-show before we went live, and I'm like, I think I might need this.
yes, you can get a Christmas tree put into your room for a maritime cruise. Like what? I had no idea that was a thing.
Let's say for those, because obviously most people are listening and not viewing.
Right.
Because again, you can always check it out. It's youtube.com/BRGS podcast to see the video, so you can see the image. We always have video for our shows. Not a lot of people know that, but it's a mini Christmas tree. So kind of describe it to folks what you're getting here.
Yeah, I say it's probably what, like a foot tall, maybe, but
Yeah.
it is like it's not artificial. When I explained it to Mike at first, he thought it was like an artificial tree. I'm like, no, this is a real tree that they're gonna put in there. And it's small. I mean, the staterooms are small too. Like it's gonna be hard to put like a full-on Christmas tree into your stateroom. But it's a smaller Christmas tree, and there's a couple options. So you can get this one, I forgot what it was called, just the Disney Cruise Line Maritime Tree. But the one I went for is the other one. It's called the Disney Cruise Line Nautical Christmas Tree, because the ornaments, Mike, are the Disney Cruise Line characters. So you got Captain Mickey and Minnie, you got Pluto in his cruise line gear, you got Goofy like with his like red and white striped like nautical as the ornaments. There's a ship ornament. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like really cool. Like if they put like these kind of ornaments on there, and I wonder if you can keep them. So I did some research, as one would do, right? And based on everything I read on the interwebs, is that you can keep the ornaments. You can't keep the tree because there's some rules, right? With like trying to take like plants on and off a ship.
Yeah,
you know, there's some customs issues.
Yeah.
A living thing. Yeah, taking a living thing off the ship, it could be a problem unless you're a person with a passport. I don't think the tree has a birth certificate, but as long as you can keep those ornaments, I was like, this makes it even better. So we're gonna have a room decorated with a Christmas tree and have some ornaments to take home. I think it's super cute. And while it's kind of expensive, I took it as like, you know what? I'm getting like 5, 6, 7, 8 ornaments, whatever it is, back home. So I'm kind of seeing it as like a souvenir plus a fun little memory. It'll be a fun for like Liz and Emily to open the door and be surprised to see a Christmas tree in the room. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, Diane's asking, she says, it's adorable. Those numbers are too small for my eyes. How much is it? It's running at $160. So it is pricey, but like Scott said, if you break it down for the ornaments that you're going to be able to use year after year, can't bring the tree home if it's live, and it looks like it is. But you know, you get a set of maybe 8 ornaments, $160, something you can use year after year. And I didn't think about this. I mean, if it is live, that smell it's going to give to the stateroom.
I know, right? Like, yeah, it's going to add more to that maritime feel, right?
Absolutely. That'll give more smell to the stateroom. And you know what? It's a splurge, like you said. And
because it's a 40th birthday. It's a 40th birthday splurge. So I feel like I have to do it, right? I like what you're saying.
It'll be a memory. And like you said, like you found a gift card that had a little, extra fun money on it. You know, that's something to have fun with. It's a memory.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes
I got to make sure I have the camera out though when we open that stateroom door, because like the focus is going to be like all the decorations, I think, for the birthday. But then like, I don't know where they're going to put the tree, but that's where my eyes are going to be focused on. Where's that tree at?
That's right. All right. Well, so that's an option for folks. I mean, going on a cruise, and you can go onto the app and DisneyCruise.com, and they do have those packages. If you scroll down, like Scott said, you can get like sometimes like wine packages. You can get like meats and cheeses. Back in the day,
your waters too. So I did that too, since I was already making this purchase. Like we're going to Lookout and Castaway. I was like, I'm going to add the water package in right now, and it does add the gratuity even when you book online. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So like, because like when you book on the ship, like if you get some waters, you want to take care of the person that's going to deliver it to your room, right? So it automatically put like a $10 gratuity on there. So I thought that was great too.
We actually, speaking of that podcast cruise in 2017, when we did that one, Pam Forrester got a Star Wars package for our stateroom, and so we had like little decorations in the room, like just little things like you get Party City or something hanging from the ceiling, streamers and spinny things, but it came with like a little throw blanket on the bed, and I still have it, and it came with a pillow, like this triangle pillow, and I've used that every night since 2017. I call it my elbow pillow, because I have this weird thing. I can't have my elbows touch, because when I used to pitch, I have like nothing left in my left elbow. It's like bony, and I can't stand to touch anything. So I use that for my elbow pillow, and I've used it ever since 2017. Like it's still It's
So
awesome.
cool.
Like a little triangle pillow. Yeah, it's perfect size. So you bring those things home and they're fun, and it's like great
That's
pictures.
fun.
And
Yeah,
they
it
have like
makes
little
for it's
video
just it makes
calls.
for a great memory, a great story. A little pricey maybe, but I think it's like Diane was saying with the Disney math. Sometimes it just makes sense, especially you got a gift card laying around. Just do a little splurge sometimes. That's what these vacations are about.
All right, you're here. Let's tackle some questions. Diane is asking, "Hey BOGP, congrats, Scott, on all your races. Can you please share how you managed to do it with half with such little gear? I feel like I need all the things." So let's talk about, because I'm kind of a minimalist too, and I run.
Yeah, you don't take much either, Mike. I don't think.
Because the less you take, the the way I see it. I mean, here's what I say. For me, this is just, and everybody runs differently though. I mean, my way is not better than anybody else's way. Let me preface that, because I am not like a elite runner. I'm not, this is just me. Is that the less I take, the less that can break, the less I can drop, the less I can lose, the less it can go wrong. And everything that I'm going to need is going to be on the course for the most part. Like even for for the full marathon on Sunday, like that's my biggest, longest run where I'll need the most. Like I don't take water or anything to drink, because every mile there's going to be Powerade or water at the stations. I can make it at least a mile to get hydration. So I don't get, and I know a lot of people have to have their own mix. I'm not that picky. So I don't like carry water because that's just extra weight. I don't want to carry that and, jiggle things around. The only thing I carry is my phone, and I carry that in a little, it was a sponsor back in the day, like Flip Belt or something.
I
And
love. I still have a flip belt. Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
that thing.
I just never bought anything new. I've had it for like 10 years. And that's the only thing really I carry, so I can take pictures with it, and my AirPods, and that's it. And, I don't see the need for anything else. Like even for the marathon, I always do take like Tylenol at about mile 18, just because I'm getting really sore by then, and then it gets me to the back end of 18 or 20. But they have that on the course. You just go to the medical tent, pop those. You don't have to carry them. They're there. I don't know. What do you think about gear, bringing stuff?
Yeah, yeah. I surprisingly to Diane, I actually carry a little bit more than she might think, and it's because of what I wear. And I am very unorthodox in this, where I run in golf shorts. I run in the golf polo and golf shorts is the Scotty G look, right? So I have pockets that can store some good stuff. So on my last run, the half marathon from Wine and Dine might have been the most stuff I ever carried in a race, because I also carried my camera because I was kind of recording for the channel.
Oh yeah, I saw you carrying it. Yeah.
So I had my phone, I had my camera, I had an external battery in case if like the camera died, and then I had 3 like gels for fuel as well. So I just had one of those things in each pocket, basically, which is you know different, right? But like I run with my belt on. I have my shorts, so it stays good. So like yeah, it's unusual, but that's about all I need, because I agree with what Mike says. I don't need the water pack, because I've done these races enough where I know, especially on the half marathons and full marathons, they do a really good job having all those water stops and Powerade stops. I know there's going to be a fuel at some point. I don't take the bananas, but they'll have those energy beans at some point on the course.
Yep.
They'll have the chocolate sometimes. So I just know, and like what you said with the medical tent with the Tylenol. So I know, like on the course, I'm going to have the stuff I need. It's harder when I do a long training run at home, because I want those water stops. Like,
Yeah, right.
you know,
It's way harder at home if you're going out for a longer run, because you
yep.
don't have the support stops like you do. The Disney runs are easier because you're supported all the
Yep.
way.
So sometimes I'll like try to track my run where like, okay, I'm gonna go past this party store. I can buy a water here or something,
Yeah.
or try to come back home at this point so I can stop and get a water or whatever. Yeah, 100%. I think it's harder to do the training runs, but Disney makes it so easy with their great volunteers and all those water stops that I really don't have to carry that much personally.
I will say one tip that I learned, as far as it took me a few races to get this, and this for a half and a full, is with the beans, like the fuel beans. Like they'll give you those, they're called beans, right? And
Yep.
sometimes I want, like you got to watch
I'm
them
right here.
sometimes. Yeah, or the honey stinger, whatever the fuel is on the course. I love those honey stingers; they're way better than beans. Um, but when you get a chance to get those, say you're not feeling them, like when you go past the bean station or the honey stinger station and they're handing them out, grab them anyway, throw them in your pocket and just keep going. Because the thing is, you might not want it at mile 7, but you might want it at mile 9. And those things are so light. Just grab one, pocket it, and then you have it. And they're easier to just grab out of your pocket and eat it later on in the race. Same, the chocolate's a little bit iffy, but that's always going to be later in the race. The chocolate for like the full marathon is always like at mile 20 or 21. So it's only going to ride for maybe 4 or 5 more miles. And that one you should probably pop right away when you get it, because it could melt and you probably do need it at that point. So that one I would say,
I don't want a melty chocolate like in my pocket.
You probably should take it and eat it immediately, but you do got to watch it because there's always a picture right afterwards. And there's always like a Gatorade right afterwards, which like chocolate and Gatorade or Powerade is terrible mix. Like it makes your face look all weird and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things that, especially with the beans and the honey stingers, don't like say, I don't need it right now. Just take it, pocket it, because you might want it later on because it's super light. Just throw it in your pocket. Because I always just say, I don't need it. Like, and I'd be like, dang, now I got to wait another 5-6 miles to get something. And I'm kind of getting a little shaky, so that's something
I will say that flip belt really comes in handy. Back when I used to wear it all the time, when I wore running shorts with less pockets, like that, because you could store a lot of stuff in there. I could put my phone, I could put my car keys, I could put like a couple, that's another thing too. That's another reason why I don't drive to the races too, because I don't want to have car keys because I rent a car a lot. Like I don't want to run with the car keys. So that's another thing too. But it would store all those things with ease. So if you're looking for like a nice accessory, I think they still sell those, right? I think they still
yeah.
That was nice.
They just don't sponsor us anymore. But yeah, flip belts still and they're super nice. I mean, they're good company. All right, we got a question here from Adon, and she was there last night too. Would you take a 5-night fantasy or a 7-night treasure? So obviously I would do the 7-night treasure. I mean, that was one of the best cruises I've done. The Eastern Caribbean on the treasure was amazing. I did the 7-night Eastern on the fantasy, which is what the treasure is doing now. So it's kind of a combination of these two.
Kind of combination, yeah.
Yes. I love the 7-night Eastern and I love the treasure. So I would do if you could swing the 7-night Eastern Caribbean on the treasure now, that'd be an amazing cruise. The fantasy, obviously, 5-night fantasy is going to be a lot more affordable. So it's kind of like, look at your, what the price is going to be pretty significantly different on these two sailings. But if you can afford it, the treasure's 7-night sailings are going to be pretty amazing. I mean, Scott, what would you say between these two?
I'm very fortunate that those are actually, if you go to my reservations right now, Disney Cruise Line, those are the two that I have.
These are your two.
Those are my two. Because I just really want to get on that treasure ship, because I love the Wish. The layout of the Wish still bugs me a little bit, but I'm excited to see the treasure and what they have to offer. And I always say more nights is always better. But again, yeah, it just depends on what you can afford, what kind of time off you have, because Mike and I were just saying, like, our podcast cruise from several years ago, like that was the first time him and I both sailed the fantasy, and we instantly were like, that's the best ship at that moment in time. And I think it still holds today. Like, and it just came out of dry dock too. So it's like gotten some fresh updates, and all that. So like, man, that's so hard to pick. But the 5-night fantasy, they might be going to Lookout and Castaway, which is kind of what we just did on the Magic this summer, which was like a really cool itinerary too. So kind of look at the itineraries to see what attracts you more. I think the treasure itineraries, the Eastern and the Western, are both really good and interesting. Plus you get the extra night. So I would lean towards the treasure.
Yeah, I'm always going to go with the longer cruise, and the treasure is an awesome ship, but the fantasy is probably still my like overall favorite ship. Like it's just nostalgic reasons, and it's just it's easy to I prefer the Fantasy Dream like class ship, like just overall. Like I love
I really like the Magic this summer though, Mike.
I did love the Magic. The Magic was a great ship. Oh my gosh, the adultery on the Magic was unreal. Like it was great. But yeah, so there's something I like about every class of the ships, but overall, I probably like the Dream Fantasy class best. But 7-nighter, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, Adon, you can't go wrong.
You can't.
You're on a Disney. You're on a Disney cruise. Yeah.
And a 5-night cruise is a really sweet spot. Like it is a really sweet. It's a 5-night cruise with Disney Cruise Line is a very high value like spot.
Isn't that what your Pam was saying like this summer? Because she thought like that was like her spot, because like she didn't necessarily want to go.
Yeah, she doesn't like. I'm trying to do the Panama Canal cruise, and she's like 13 nights. I'm like, dude, that's all 13. I want to like be gone forever. Like I just want to sail around the world. And she's too. She's not all about that. But I'm like, come on now. Like 30, that's my dream. Like you retired now. Like I'll just bring my laptop. I can work as long as I buy internet. I'm good. She's like, 13 nights. I'm like, yes, it's the dream.
Sounds incredible.
I know. Tell me. I know. Yeah, whatever. We'll make it happen. Okay, so we have a email here from Mark, and he just had a little feedback here. We're going to get to it because it has something to do with, this one came in about a month ago. It was October 10th, but we didn't get to it, so I'll make sure we did. Hey, Mike, just want to wish you the best from myself and Sharon. We've just returned from the Western Caribbean on the Treasure. She was wonderful. So there we go, a little feedback. And the stops were also amazing. We had the perfect Castaway Key day from morning to getting back on board. I was just listening to your podcast, walking to work as usual, but I hear you've been going through some tough times. Wes, well, rest up, my friend. I've been listening to you all for years now. You all feel like long distance friends. You keep us in the bubble, even when we return to our, let's face it, normal everyday lives. So we care. As listeners, we care that all of you are well and in good health, but like life does to all of us, someone becomes unwell. I'm guessing you're having a tough time, but your positivity will drive you on for many years. So keep up the great work. And we both mean that. Your friends from the UK, Mark and Sharon. I just want to say thank you. Everything's good, but we have the best listeners. I got that email and I appreciate that. And we're going to be okay. And he says, P.S. Here's what because you're on with me. This came in October 10th. I agree with Scott. Soarin' must either be changed or dropped. It hurts me to say that, but after riding 2 weeks ago, it felt a tad boring. Not the Epcot I want to see. We sail the Wish in May and 7 nights after staying at Pop the 15th to the 22nd. If any of you are around the parks at that time, I'll meet you, if only for a hello and an expensive coffee. I know you like to play it cheap, Mike. Jokes aside, cheers for the shows, Mark. So he's with
That's
you.
great.
To see it up there. So hopefully maybe they're from the UK, but maybe they'll enjoy a little soaring around the USA.
Yeah, I think any type of different soaring is good than what we currently. And that's not a knock. I know I may have came off a little negative. It's just I think change is good. It's been 9 years with that soaring, and it's just so funny. Like the next week, Mike, like because you and I were talking about it, like, oh yeah, it needs to change, and then you're like, yeah, maybe it'll be like an American. I think you even said like maybe it'll be an American one, and like we make things happen.
Well, it made sense. I mean, with the bison, the 250th, not bison, the 250th anniversary of the country. But here's another thing. I mean, I would get excited if I was traveling to another country's theme park to see a celebration of their country. So, I mean, I'm guessing our international guests will get hopefully just as excited as our.
I think they'll be even more excited.
Yeah,
honestly, yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're coming over from the UK or traveling here, like our friends like Mel from Australia or, wherever, Masao from Japan. I mean, sometimes I think they're as well-versed in U.S. history or more well-versed than some of our American friends. We won't go there because of our school system, but they know our history pretty well. And I love that, but they come in and, they don't get to see our country because, they're coming to Walt Disney World. They only have X amount of days to see our country, and our country's huge. And we have a lot to offer. It's kind of like a little Cliff Notes of you get to see some of the cool geographic areas of our country, which I haven't even seen a lot of it. So
yeah, it's great. I just hope they could just hit a big home run here. And I know we always say we just need singles and doubles. Don't always need a home run, but I think we need a home run on this one, Mike. And I think we're gonna get it.
I hope so. Yeah, no, I think the bendy thing has to go away. Like they've bendied us twice. Like
social media cracked me up though after that. Like
yeah, they did. The Statue of Liberty just kind of
exactly.
Yeah, we don't need that. All right, let's get to a question here from Josh. He says, Epcot question, not urgent. So you're up. Hey, Mike and team, you guys are the best. You probably don't remember, but you helped me with a question last February or March. I was headed to Springtime Surprise and asked whether I should make my Lightning Lane multi-pass selections at Animal Kingdom or at Epcot for the 5K. You guys advised Animal Kingdom, and it worked out fantastic. By the way, there were a ton of abbreviations in that one, so I got through. There we go. Okay.
Well done.
When everybody puts all the abbreviations. I have another question. For now, I'm heading down to Walt Disney World again, this time with my wife, our 2 kids, 7 and 4, and my mom. We're all Disney vets other than my mom, who hasn't been in almost 20 years. I'm doing the challenge at Princess, and we are staying for a week after. We were planning to have our Epcot day on Tuesday, March 3rd, as my mom really wants to do Epcot and she's only staying until Wednesday morning. We're planning on doing Hollywood Studios on Wednesday the 4th. I just realized that Flower and Garden will likely be starting on March 4th. Is it worth switching around our days and having my mom extend her trip if she can only hit the first day of Flower Garden, or will it be slammed with bloggers and content creators? Our main interest would be the topiaries, and I read somewhere that they're likely to already be up. We will not have park hoppers, so it's 1 day per park for us this trip. Thanks again for all your great advice, Josh. So this is your festival. Have you ever been there on day one?
I've not been there on day one, I don't think. Maybe like week one, but not day one, I feel like. But I see what Josh is saying though, because like the fourth could be crazy, right? Everyone wants to be the first.
Content.
That's why is that a thing? Everyone just wants to be the first at
I
all
know,
this stuff.
seriously. I mean, I get it because everybody gets excited to see it on,
Yeah.
TikTok and reels and stuff. But
Yeah. With me, like if I was there, you still wouldn't see it right away. You still have to wait like 9 months.
I know. You'd be like, dude, we still got to sail the wish in 2024.
Exactly. But if the topiaries are what you're looking for, Josh, like I would say it wouldn't be worth it because those topiaries are going to be out before then. So
You
if
will.
it's just seeing the topiaries is your thing, now there's other things though other than the food and the topiaries. There's always that fun scavenger hunt, which it sounds like you're probably still going to be around, so you still might be able to go back to the festival during the Princess Race weekend or after that. But I'd say if you're not interested in the food or doing like the fun scavenger hunts or some of the other things, like you're fine keeping the third for your mom, and you'll still be able to see the topiaries.
So, what kind of things? The topiaries will be up. The park will be looking beautiful the day before
Yes.
the festival officially starts. The thing, okay. So, what kind of things are only going to be accessible once the festival officially kicks off on that day? So, it'd be like the food booths,
And I think that
the
scavenger hunt is always like the spike
the
pollinator
scavenger
thing
hunt,
or whatever. Yeah, yeah. This
any
the
of the like the concerts that'll be kicking off, like the
yes.
To the Beat.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen until then either, too, right?
You want to
Until
see
like
a
the
particular concert that might be going that day.
mhm.
Trying to think what else. That's about it, I guess. Because yeah, the topiaries, the park will be just getting more beautiful and beautiful leading up to the festival.
Yeah,
Of the
and
plan.
right, and that's always the best is right, right when it starts. The once you get to like May, those topiaries have seen some better days a little bit,
Yes.
But and you just said it though, Mike, and you and I always agree on this. Like Epcot doesn't look any better than it does during
Mhm.
Flower and Garden. Like those like flower beds that they have like in the water and like Future World by the Imagination Pavilion. Like why can't those just always be out there like all year long?
No. And it's that time of year too. It's like when we need it the most, like February, like for us in the northern, parts of the country. It's like, oh my God, like all I'm seeing is brown and like
Yeah.
dark snow, like God, there's real green and like
Another thing I just thought of too, like they'll do some magic shots a lot with the photo pass, which is kind of fun. Like they might put like orange bird in your photo, things like that. Don't think you'd really see that the day before either. I mean, they might be like with a soft opening. I'm sure the photo pass photographers have that already geared up in their equipment, right, to do so. But they probably don't really officially start doing that to the start of the festival. But
yeah, and Diane came in right as you were saying that, like the official like signage probably won't pop out either, like at the entrance to Epcot. That says,
mhm,
oh, the big sign says,
that'll be an overnight thing, probably.
2026 International Flower and Garden Festival.
Yeah,
That'll
this same with the merchandise too, right? Getting the
merch.
pins and
Yeah,
things like that. Yeah.
yeah. All right, Kyle's got a question. It's good to see Kyle here. I haven't seen him for a while. My son is thinking of doing the 10K at Springtime Surprise through a charity. Would it be better to check in at the expo the first day or the day before his race? Thanks, guys. So you just did the expo. So
So I'm doing just the 10K of springtime surprise
okay,
as well.
okay. Yeah, okay. So you are fresh off an expo experience. I'll let
Yeah.
you take this because I don't like the expo either.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're after, Kyle. If your son is really wanting to get like the Brooks shoes or whatever, or if there's like a hot item that might sell right away. A lot of times it's going to be like the challenge stuff that sells quickly. So if your son is wanting to get like a finisher shirt for the 10K and things like that, I think that merchandise will honestly still be around at day two. It's normally like the challenge stuff and those kind of jackets that you have to worry about. So personally, I like going the day before the race. If you can avoid day one of the expo, I say do it. It's going to take a lot of stress out of you. You don't have to worry about a virtual queue that day. It's less crowded and it's just more laid back, which is more my scene personally.
Mhm.
Um, so I would just go Friday would be my suggestion if it
Yeah,
works out in the plans.
that's always my best advice, unless you need the Run Disney official merchandise, then you got to kind of force to get there as soon as you can and get in there. But
Yep. Because the expo floor is still all those vendors are still going to be there.
yeah,
So
they're
like
not going to run out of their stuff. They have
yeah,
tons.
yeah, and honestly, it's easier to talk to them on those days,
Yes.
because it's like less crowded. So if you actually wanted to talk to a vendor about like some sunglasses or things like that, it's so much easier to do on the second day than the first day. So highly recommended day two.
And it's more enjoyable on those days too. Like, say you want to meet Jeff Galloway, he usually has
Mhm.
talks each day, and like that first day is a crush. But I mean, there is okay on the opposite because it goes like to give both sides. There is kind of more of an energy on the first day. It's like for like folks like us that have done 30, 40 race weekends, it's almost like a reunion. Like you
Yeah,
do run into the people you see that do all the races at the first day. That is the kind of the upside that all the crazies are there. Like, because if you're doing like a challenge, you have to be there that first
for
day.
sure.
So it forces everybody that's doing the challenge, like we're here, we're all commiserating that we have to, do this whole thing. And it's like a big family reunion day one because everybody has to be there on that day. That
It
is
is, and that's great, but there's some downside to that too because of that virtual queue, which I just saw again at
hate
Wine
that
and Dine.
virtual queue. I
You
hate the
have
virtual
people
queue.
just laid out in the lawn
Yes.
waiting for their virtual queue to be called. And I don't think that's what Disney ever intended with this.
No.
And I don't understand why they keep doing it. This is like Scotty G rant time. But like I think they try to like sell it as like, oh, like you can maximize your time, you can be somewhere else and then show up when it's time for your queue to be called. But it's so hard to time that. People will still just
Well,
rope
'cause it's
drop.
so hard to get from Wide World of Sports and
Yes.
back. Like it's a
Yeah.
it's not
So you're
easy
still
to
going to
do
show
it.
up to the expo at 10 and
Yeah.
then hoping that my boarding group 32 gets called and then it's next thing you know it's 2:30 and you're still waiting. So it's and then you just see people just laid out on the grass and it's just that's
Like a little
weird to
yeah,
me a
like a
little
little
bit.
Disney refugee camp. All right, Natalie's got a question over at Instagram. Just got back from my honeymoon at Disneyland. Congratulations. It was my first time and we did the Oogie Boogie Bash. I can't stop thinking about Disneyland. Is Christmas just as good as Halloween there? Have you ever done Christmas at Disneyland? I have
Yeah.
not. I mean, I've done after Christmas at the races, but I've never done
So
Christmas.
for Elizabeth's 30th
Oh,
birthday, we went to Disneyland and it was set up for Christmas. So we didn't do well. I don't think they do parties. I'm trying to remember now. Like I don't know if they do.
I don't think that. I mean, they do candlelight processional out there.
Yeah, they do that. But yeah, it's just as great. Like it's decorated so well. Like Main Street and like California Adventure gets well decorated. The resorts, like the three that are on-site resorts, have great Christmas trees. Like the Grand California has an awesome Christmas tree. Just try to think of like Wilderness Lodge. So yeah, they do great stuff at the Christmas time. I love the holidays, honestly, at Disneyland. When I think about Disneyland, honestly, like I think about that first trip that we had, and it just ties into to Christmas for me, like the background loops and everything too. So yeah, if you haven't done it, I would highly recommend checking it out.
Very good. And Diana, yes, the virtual queue for Run Disney is the first day only. So you
Yep.
don't have to worry about it for that. All right. Ashley's got a question. Hey, Mike, several weeks ago, I asked about extending a work trip by 12 hours to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
I remember this question.
Yes. And what to do about my stuff or hotel? Well, I did and wanted to give an update. All right. It's good. I like updates. I rented a car, so I had a place for my luggage. I got to ride the ferry for the first time, slower than I expected. I went in at about 4:30 and hopped on the rides right away. The wait times were fantastic. My first ride was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I only waited 25 minutes. That was the longest I waited all night. I rode everything that was open, watched the second parade. I guess it says tried out snacks and hit every trick or treat location. I watched the fireworks from Fantasyland, which was amazing. You're completely surrounded, and that's my new favorite spot.
It's a great spot.
It is a great spot. You don't think
As long as you don't want to see the projections, like
as long as you're good with giving up the projections, it's so good. Yes, I mean you got to be like you got to tell yourself you're good with that. I watched the last stage show, so I didn't leave the park until 12:30. I got back to my car at 1:30. I love this. And went straight to the airport for my 7 a.m. flight. I opted to not get a hotel for 3 hours. As I sat at my gate running on 3 hours of as I sit at my gate running on 3 hours of airport bench sleep, I'm okay with this decision. I'd love to shower, but probably ended up with more sleep having done it this way. I'd love to do it all again. A note for future party attendees. I went to the party on 10:30, so second to last party. They had run out of a lot of the Halloween merch and had a lot of Christmas stuff out already. This was slightly disappointing. I wanted to grab a stuffed Mickey dressed in his Halloween gear. If you like special merch, you may want to pick earlier party dates. Thanks for your recommendations. You did talk me into this adventure, even if I didn't listen to the hotel suggestion. Ashley.
Yeah, Pam and I gave the hotel suggestion, I think.
Yes, and Ashley is crazy insane, and I love it. This is how you live life. This is a memory. This is something you'll remember forever. Like, absolutely. And I like that she just went straight to the airport and sat on a bench for 3 hours and got on a plane. Yeah,
I'm impressed that she did so much on the 30th, right? Like the wait times were like what she say, like 20 some minutes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and like did all those things like on the second to last party night. That's pretty awesome.
The last time I waited 25 minutes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was the media preview before it opened. That was it. Dude, that thing is, why does that thing have an hour wait all the time? Like you never get on that thing less than an hour. Like
I always write it during the parties, like the Christmas party, the Halloween party, because we'll watch like the firework, the last parade, and then our tradition is we always go to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train because right as long as you're in line right before they close, you're gonna ride. And yeah, so that's what we do.
And Shaggy, who you'll hear on tomorrow's podcast, he called in to the Sunday night, so you hear the replay on the feed tomorrow, says Disneyland has way better merch for Halloween than Walt Disney World. Disneyland does have some pretty sweet merch.
But that Oogie Boogie Bash looks so cool. Like I have to do that one of these years. It looks so awesome.
I just have this theory about Disneyland has amazing actors because it's so close to Hollywood.
Oh, I think you're spot on with that. Yeah,
Jungle Cruise skippers and just things like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's the Midwestern person in me, but I think it's like
I think the same thing. I think it's very true.
Yeah, the Walt Disney World's not awesome, but I just think they're just practicing to be like the next big star. Maybe because I get the whole Steve Martin thing, how he worked in the magic shop on Main Street. I just think everybody's the next person like that. So who knows? All right, sneak in one more question here on today's show. It is from our good friend Stephanie, one of my great guests over at the Magic for Less, who's from Boise, where the blue turf is. Hello, Mike and BOGP crew. My husband and I are headed out on the Dream later this month, thanks to the recent DCL sale and our good friend Ben Lappin. We're experienced DCL cruisers, but we haven't been on the Dream since its inaugural year. Looking forward to being on board again. Man, the Dream has been out there for a minute.
I think Stephanie messaged me about this too. I think she chatted me on Instagram about this. So
sweet. Okay, here we go. My questions revolve around our cruise being a very maritime cruise. So look at this. We're already kind of giving her some off the top of the show. Have any of you sailed on one of these Christmas cruises? Any advice as to unique offerings or things that we shouldn't miss? You should get a Christmas tree.
You should get a Christmas tree put in the room. Full circle.
Also, what are your favorite things about Lighthouse Point? We're stopping there for the first time along with one of our favorites, Castaway Cay. Any not to be missed activities or tips? Thanks for all your help. Love listening to the BOGP friends 3 to 4 times a week on my commute. Stephanie from Boise. I love this, Stephanie. Thanks for always taking us along. Yeah, so definitely, I mean, dude, get the tree. But I've never done a Christmas cruise. I'm excited to do the Destiny, but it's unfortunately we learned Sunday night it is not a very maritime cruise, but I'm going to make it maritime without.
But I think the island, I think Castaway is going to be decorated that way. It has to be, right? So
yeah, it will be.
And I think for Lookout, Mike, like you and I did that excursion like on our own where we got lost a little bit. I think going to the lighthouse is a must do.
100%, because it's not far. It's like a 10-minute walk out, 10-minute walk back. Go see the old historic lighthouse. It's a path. You might get lost, but you won't get lost far. And if you just follow, you shouldn't get lost. Like we're just a bunch of screwballs and we got lost. But it'll be a lot more enjoyable in December than it was in July because it was hot. It'll probably be super comfortable to do that in the wintertime. So yeah, I'm jealous of that.
And I've been twice now, and I've yet to see like the parade. So they do this parade a couple times a day. The Junkanoo, and I hear it. I'm in the ocean. Both times I've been in the ocean, and I could hear it from a distance. I'm like, what is that noise? Like, oh yeah, it's the Junkanoo parade. I think it's really cool based on like the music that I hear. I just haven't seen it yet, but if you can, I would highly recommend doing that. I think it's pretty cool from what I've heard.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it next time.
Yeah, that's probably my tip is like, just enjoy the Christmas activities. They're going to have, everything's going to be, Stephanie's said many times. She's going to know, check the navigator. They'll have, little activities. Now, this is something I would maybe add this, maybe not. This is kind of your mileage may vary, but this is kind of a Scotty G thing. You guys have adopted this idea, your family, of like you've done this for Christmas parties at Walt Disney World, like the PJs, the Christmas PJ thing. Maybe that's something they think about.
Our PJs just arrived yesterday, Mike.
I didn't even know that.
Because we got to do a Disney Fantasy Christmas PJ photo.
I didn't even know you guys were doing that, but hilarious. I thought that was something that transfers over to see. I don't know.
Yeah, because you're gonna have the tree on the Dream, so I think that's a great family photo, right, Stephanie? You just, or at least do some kind of like matching Christmas attire thing, so that at dinner or something, I think it'd be a lot of fun. My family plans on doing a lot of that. Mike, you just nailed it, man. You know all our plans.
I know you too well, dude. That's scary. I was like,
when I go to Palo, I'm gonna be wearing like a Christmas tie, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, Stephanie, have a great time, and thanks for the great question. And I know you're gonna have an awesome cruise. All right, we're gonna jump out of here. We're gonna be back on Friday, and we're gonna talk about our tendencies when we go to the theme parks. Like, what kind of things in the past little bit, like if we not done it forever, what do we always do? Like, what do we always bring? I know you guys kind of think you know us, but what kind of things have we not talked about? We're going to kind of look at our tendencies when we do the theme park touring, both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So stay tuned for that. All right. Don't forget, podcasts always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. It's our official agency. To swing by the magicforless.com. We'll help you plan a great vacation. World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, no additional cost to you. Check out all the details this week over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That really does help us out as we go through the holiday season. Anytime you do those purchases, just click through there. It takes you right back to Amazon. It gives us a small commission, and it really does help support everything we pay, to keep us on the air. So if you could do that, just bookmark it. Helps us. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And you can support us through Patreon, $5 a month. It's like a cup of coffee a month. And it, again, supports everything we do. And for that, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. So please support us over there if you can. It's patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Thanks to everybody who does that. It means a lot to the show. Now, you can follow us on social media. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike on Instagram, x.com, and Threads. Go check out my Instagram. There's some fun videos there from our cheer weekend this past weekend. I have one video that's going crazy, 18,000 views when we won, where I almost fall at the Hearn Center in the joy of victory. It was almost like that old Wide World of Sports video. It was the joy of victory, but it almost turned into the agony of defeat when cheer mom Heather almost pushed me down in her joy of victory, trying to high five another cheer mom. It's pretty crazy. So check it out. Also, you can follow Scott, Epscott, EPSCOT, and all those places, but where you have to go, you guys know, must-see adventure. Scott, what's happening on the channel this week?
Oh, yeah. So just wrapped up our Disney Wish cruise. So we're talking about a lot of cruising here on today's episode, but you're ever curious about the Wish, the dining, having a private cabana at Castaway Cay. So go check all that out. I have some more Walt Disney World content. I have a non-Disney video coming up, though. We're going to be in Lincoln, Nebraska. So want to know what a Saturday football weekend is like? Go check that out. Must See Adventures. Like and subscribe.
Plenty of runzas around.
Runza, cinnamon rolls.
Yes. Yeah. We'll talk about it on Friday because I got to ask you about chili and cinnamon rolls.
Yes, I will
Stay
share.
tuned for that. We'll talk about that at the beginning of the show on Friday. Also, come over to the clubhouse, free for everybody. It's our Discord server. Man, we have so much fun over there. Again, we have a channel there that's called Live from the Disney Destinations. We have a great community. And when folks go on their trips, just posting pictures, Pop Century. Oh, we're at Pop Century right now. Oh, we're sitting down at Olivia's for dinner. Oh, we're at Raglan Road. Oh, we're riding the magic carpets of Aladdin. If you ever need a Disney fix, I'm telling you, come on over. It's free for everybody. We talk sports. We just talk a lot. It's great. So just come on over and join the fun, join the family. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. And we'll have a live call-in show this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch for that one. Join us, give us a call. We'll have some fun on Sunday night. It'll be dark as a dungeon. You'll have nothing else to do. Join us for that. All right, we'll be back again on Friday, so come on back. We'll be there. For Scott, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
Dude, fun episode.
Paige's team is losing.
Oh, no.
34-27. Yeah, it was a fun episode. I cannot believe it. This is not good. 2-7-9. I think this is a pay game, too. I called it before the game because of what happened to Mizzou women.
So what are our Walt Disney World tendencies?
We'll just talk. And we lost one of my Facebooks. I got to figure that too.
Yeah, I saw that pop up. That was
weird. I don't know what that. Let's see. I don't know which one it was. Oh, that was just my personal one. Let's see if I can get it to go again. How do I do that? Here, let me remove. Now let me add it. See if that helps. There, now we're back. Wow, close all. Thank you, Diane. We appreciate your question. And see you at Marathon, I'm guessing. Get rid of that banner. All right, let's do this one. Tonight's gonna feel like it's a jillion hours long because we'll have the podcast done early and it's gonna be dark. Like last night.
I know. Well, you cannot. I love having the window here. You can already tell.
I told Pam, we were sitting there watching TV at 9 o'clock. I was like, it feels like it's midnight. I just got to go to bed.
That season 8 of Amazing Race, though, I don't think I can get into that.
Yeah,
it was families is weird, man.
There was something going on where they couldn't leave for some reason. They had to stay in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one they had to stay in the States?
I'm assuming so. I've only watched a couple episodes, but I'm guessing it's just road tripping basically.
Yeah, it was a weird season, but that family, I think they're from Alabama. And they
have a widow. Yeah,
they were a hot mess, man. I remember that team. They were a hot mess. I think they win. Or I shouldn't have said that, but
yeah, way to spoil it on me.
Sorry, no, maybe they don't. I can't remember. I don't think they do, actually.
nice backtrack.
I don't know, dude. It's been I've only watched it once because you're right. It's not a good season. Yeah, they're a hot mess, man. I just remember because I will tell you this was the coldest thing ever in that season. One of the detours or challenges is a pit stop at Talladega.
Oh,
can you imagine? And they do that. I'm like, dude.
Oh yeah, where you had to change the tires and stuff. That's crazy.
Their dad was killed.
That's right. That's what you said.
He was killed at a pit stop. He was a pit.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, 100% it was. I was like, you are not doing this to this family, dude. The dad got killed. He was a pit man, on a NASCAR pit crew. And one of the challenges, it was either a detour or a whatever. What are they? Detours or
Roadblock or something.
Roadblocks. Yeah, one of those two things was a pit stop at the Talladega Super Speedway. And they're like, we can't do it. We can't do it. I'm like, well, no kidding. I wouldn't want to do it either. Like, you get giving these people PTSD. Like, it's crazy. Like, it was, I can't remember why they couldn't leave the country. Was it like September 11th or something?
No, because this would have been like 05 or 06 or something. I don't know.
There was some reason why they couldn't leave the country. Like, they did not leave the country. Anyway. Oh, well, let's do the show. Yeah, that was not a good season. 2793. Welcome to episode 2793 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're getting ready for a great weekend. We sure are around here because we're going to have some fun Disney talk to kick off this Friday. Joining me today from Must See Adventures, my bud from up in Michigan. We have hashtag Scotty G. Scott, happy Friday. We made it to yet another weekend. Dark, but yet another weekend. What's up?
Happy Friday. Like, next thing you know, they're going to be lighting the Christmas tree in downtown Lansing. It's just funny. We talk about this every single year, right? Like, the days kind of feel long sometimes. Well, my gosh, the year just goes by so fast in the blink of an eye.
Fast. Exactly. I mean,
like, Emily graduated. Emily, like, you're experiencing the senior year, like the start of it right now. Like, I experienced like the end of that in this year, and like moved her into college and all that. And like, she's already been in college like 2 months. Like, how is this possible? I don't understand.
The one thing I will say, and I've noticed this too, you know, we're going to get to the Disney talk, you know, as we do here in a couple of minutes, but we always kind of have a little riff at the top of the show. The good thing about our podcast community is amazing is that we have a lot of folks going through the same thing. I see a lot of our listeners too, like on Facebook posting senior Sunday pictures. You did this last year. I didn't even know there was a thing, but it is kind of cool to see that, you know, you do have, you know, not really friends, but people in our community that are doing the same thing because, and you did it last year. You're right. It goes so fast. Like, you know, football already over, you know, Mallory did, you know, she was like, I remember with the cheerleading thing, like she will not cheer another high school football game. Like it's done, you know, like we had Cheer State, you know, they won, which is super exciting, but like that was it. We're not going to do another Cheer State. Now we do a game day state, which will be in February. It's kind of a secondary like tier thing. It's like for a secondary thing, which is fun and it's a big competition, but this was the big dog. And that like these all these indicators like just go so quick. And it's like, man, when you like you said, when you have a kid that's a senior, like all these boxes are getting checked way too fast.
For sure.
It's wild. And like you said, man, but I mean, you're excited because Em will be home that's a good thing about college is they get those long, like winter breaks.
Those breaks are great.
They'll be home soon because Thanksgiving's almost here.
I know. We might have to steal her for a weekend though before then, because you've heard us talk about Frankenmuth, I think, in Michigan.
Oh yeah.
It's a Bavarian town, you know, it's so cool.
I dream about that place.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We gotta get you here sometime. Like,
dude,
but they do like, it's kind of like a Liberty Inn, like a Liberty Tree style meal, like all you care to eat, and it's got like it's instead of like turkey, it's like fried chicken basically, which is unbelievable. Like the fried chicken is so good at Zender's. But anyway, Liz always gets like a free birthday meal there. I don't know why I don't ever sign up for it. She likes this. She likes it more than me. But like we have to go get her free meal, and like Emily loves this too. So it's like, well, how are we gonna get Emily to go like for your birthday meal? Like we're gonna have to do it on a weekend, and like we're gonna be gone when she's here for Thanksgiving, so we might have to steal her one weekend because she's got to pack for the cruise too. A lot of her like summer clothes are here at our house, so that it kind of makes sense. Maybe we'll just have her pack for the cruise one weekend, and then we'll go to Zender's.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
We got to bring you the Zenders, man. I think you would love it.
I do got to get up there. We'll make it happen now that we have a little. I mean, because you know, after this year, we'll have a lot more time to do things like that. This year is all about Mallory, right? It's like we're just kind of foregoing every semblance.
I would love to see you go to Frankenmuth and Zenders though, because you would just. It's Liberty Tree because there's like 5 different like dining rooms, you know, because they do that at Liberty Tree too. Like, oh yeah, you're in the John Paul Jones. Like,
because I am all about Christmas. I'm all about nostalgia. I mean, those are like my two. I mean, you know, there's certain things I just check the
Oh my
boxes
god,
for
you
me.
and Bronner's, like the Christmas
Oh,
store, like oh my gosh,
I mean, like
you would just
college football, Disney, nostalgic things, Christmas, like those are like right there. I mean, oh, done. I'd
and
be
Scotty
spending
G, throw me in there too, right?
anyway, Scotty G and fried chicken. Like, I
There
mean,
we go.
boom. You've just nailed like all of them.
There it
So
is.
anyway, so let's jump into today's. Oh, we got one thing I teased this on Wednesday, and then I promise we'll get into the Disney talk because that's what we're doing. This is like Mike in the Midwest light here. But we talked about this on the podcast in passing, and somebody mentioned it over in the clubhouse. We got to get a review because I have not got to do this. I missed an opportunity last Sunday night. I don't know why. But we've been talking about this chili with cinnamon rolls thing. I think it's like a Nebraska thing, and you went and saw Wade, and I don't know where it came from, but you did this Sunday night, and
I did.
I want to get the review because I think I have done this in the past, and I think it was good way back in the day, but I haven't done it like in probably 20 years. But you did this, so give us what was it like?
I was nervous. So Liz made chili, made a batch of cinnamon rolls, and I'm having a few bites of it, and really enjoying my chili. And I said to Liz, like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm nervous to take a bite into the cinnamon roll. And then I look over and I didn't realize she had a half a cinnamon roll already gone. I'm like, oh, you've already been doing it. She's like, yeah, you should try it, Scott. I'm like, okay. So I was like, let me cleanse my palate one more time. Let me have two more bites of chili. And then I took a bite of the cinnamon roll. I forked into it, and then like, oh my gosh, it's incredible. It's so good. It goes so well with the chili. Like it's a weird idea, right? The sweet savory thing, I guess. But like, I just I don't know. Like it was weird not having like cornbread that
Yeah.
I would normally eat with the chili. Instead, I went with the sweet cinnamon roll with the frosting and everything, and I enjoyed it. Had my cinnamon roll, had my chili. Liz like, "Do you want another one?" I'm like, "Yep, I'll take another cinnamon roll, another cup of chili." And yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it, Mike, and I think you need to do it.
Yeah, I'm 100% going to do this next because it's getting to be that time of year where, especially like on Sundays, you throw the chili in the crock pot, kind of let it simmer. You have it on. A lot of times we'll have it right after the live show, because it'll be sitting there, and then because you
You
can
know what we need to do?
tube of cinnamon rolls are easy to cook. You just
We
pop.
need to get a two-bedroom again at Old Key West and just
Oh,
have
stop.
chili and cinnamon rolls
Yeah.
out on the patio.
Oh my god, that'd be too good. Yeah, just like Amazon a cheap crock pot for like $20, have it
Yeah.
delivered.
Go to
This is
Publix, buy all the stuff. Because remember, you made
we make
cinnamon rolls one morning. I remember you went
yeah,
for an early
cinnamon rolls.
run at Old Key
Yeah,
West.
yeah.
We're all sleeping, and then you came back and like, "Hey guys, I made cinnamon rolls." We're
Well,
like, "Oh my
in
god!"
the we're, getting on the Disney stuff here, we mentioned on Wednesday's show that if you get that Christmas tree for your stateroom, how it can make your stateroom smell better. I'm telling you what, like that's one of the advantages of staying in like a villa or, anything that has a kitchenette, because when you can not only have like, if you get up early, like, because I do get up super early, I get up and run like at 5, and I get up when it's dark and get my run in and kind of beat the girls up. I don't beat the girl. Get up before the girls. I should say that. I get up before the girls. I get up before they do. Terrible slip. And then so like but I could throw, like you say, like throw cookies in or something, because man, if you make that villa smell like cinnamon rolls or throw some bacon in a skillet or something. Oh, I mean, does that not make your vacation 100 times better that
It's
morning?
awesome. It's so good. Yeah.
And that's the advantage of like you say, like a villa. All right. So today, this is going to be a casual Friday show. Just kind of talk, about our tendencies when we go on vacation. Like what kind of things are we bringing on our vacations? Like when are we packing for vacation? Because I think it changes like when you're a rookie and you're kind of new to all this stuff. And it changes over the past, a little bit. I mean, I think it ebbs and flows in our Disney, fandom. So like Scott, over your past few vacations, let's kind of jump in here. Are you somebody who's a packer like 24 hours out, 72 hours out, 2 hours out? Like, how's your packing situation been your last few trips? Because you've been going like you're going to have a lot of consecutive trips here. Like I will.
It's so
I'll have,
last
like, 2
minute,
trips.
Mike.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable. It's sickening how last minute the packing is. Where like I just do it the night before. But
yeah,
I'll tell you, I have a mental idea, right? Like I know like when I'm like at work or going for a walk or something, like I'm thinking about this stuff, right? I'm thinking about like, okay, we're gonna be there 4 nights, so I need 4 of these. I always add like 1 or 2 more because like you never know. Like I always think about like socks. Like if you're there for 4 nights, 5 days, you don't want 5 socks because like what if it rains?
I
You know, and
agree.
your socks get wet.
I'm terrible about that with underwear, dude. I bring enough underwear that I could be there for 7 months. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm never gonna need that much.
But you always bring more, right? Yeah.
Like, maybe the cinnamon roll and the chili, if I get a special at Olivia's, like, it's gonna kill me or something. But, like, dude, I do not need every pair of underwear that I've bought in the last 12
Like
years. But I bring them. I don't know. Like, it's
yeah.
a sickness. I
I
don't know.
just and the Run Disney ones get harder too because like you're sweating more, you're doing all these runs and
That's
you're wearing
true.
more shirts and stuff like that. But my rule is to the number of nights plus 1 ish to 2 ish, you know. So like yeah, like 700 shirts for a 5 night, 7 pairs of socks for a 5 night. So like I'm already kind of thinking about that so that when it comes time to pack, like I already got the numbers in my head, and I could just be like boom, get it done. But yeah, I'm really bad about last minute packing.
I am too. Okay, but I packed the night before. I didn't even get the suitcases out till the night before. But let me ask you this. Okay, here's something because you'll get this, I think. In our clubhouse, so in our Discord channel, do you not see every other person that starts packing like 2 months before their trip?
I
Like,
don't know what
are we the only 2 people on
are
the
we the
planet
odd people out, Mike?
I swear, like, I know we're the only 2 people in the world that go to Walt Disney World to pack the night before. Because I mean, I see people like, oh man, I'm making my ADRs tomorrow. I've already packed half my clothes. Like, what, dude? I only
I
have
don't know how they do it. I
four.
really don't know how they do it, Mike. But yeah, shout out to Trisha. She's one of them,
Yes.
man. Like I don't know how. Like
What?
she took a photo before winding down of her suitcase like 2 weeks before. Like oh, like yep, I'm all ready to go.
I
Like
can't. Like,
I
I
can't
I
do
don't
that.
know. Like, I don't know.
But
Like, yeah,
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
depends on the time of year too, especially if it's a summer trip. Like I can't because like I'm currently wearing a lot of the clothes in
Same.
summer that I'm going to be taking down with me. You know, so like I can't have it sitting in a suitcase for 2 weeks before I go.
Shaggy brings up a good point because, like, with your tech, I think that's the thing that makes me the most nervous, right? Because I use a lot of my tech up until the point where I'm actually walking out to get into the car to go to the airport. But I do what I've learned is though, and this is I think something again, we try to be helpful and give tips here and there, you know, we're goofballs most of the time. But I have learned like I have like a 3-in-1 charger that I have on the nightstand. That's like a wireless charger. It charges my AirPods, it charges my Apple Watch, and it charges my iPhone wirelessly. It's awesome. Comes from Anchor. And I used to always like, you know, get up, have like a 6 a.m. flight. So, you know, you're getting up at like 2 a.m. to try to, you're crawling behind the nightstand, unplugging it, trying to make sure you get, you know what? I bought a second one like on Black Friday. And what I do is I keep it in my office. So it's not that I only use it when I travel, but that one is sitting right here in the office. And so the night before, I can do without that one for like a day or two prior to the trip, or you know, that when I'm packing. So I just grab the one out of my office and throw it in and pack when I'm packing. And that way I don't mess with the one on my nightstand. But just tips like that, you know, just like buy a second of this. You know, like I used to always try to maybe be cheap and just like use the one and not buy a set. That's like something I've learned. It's just so much more convenient to buy a second thing. Like I think I learned
It's
that from
and
paying
it's
for
me
it.
being lazy. Like when I come home, I usually do like a late night flight. I don't want to go dig into the suitcase
That's
and find my
100%
charger.
right.
So
Yeah,
like
right.
I just
Well,
want to
it's
go up to my bedroom and have
yeah,
it already plugged in. So like
that that's 100% true because you're exhausted, dude. How great is it to have your nightstand charger sitting there when you're just
it
exhausted? Just boop.
feels so
Yeah.
good. It's something I learned a few years ago where like I was constantly using the same cords and then packing them and unpacking them like the night I come home and I'm like, I need to stop doing this. Like, why don't I just have like a tech bag already set to go for travel and just buy all this stuff a second again? Like, yeah, it's painful, right? To like buy it again. But you know what? If your stuff goes bad in your primary home, like your primary stuff, then you already have your backup, which
Mhm.
is kind of nice to have too, though. So I just doubled up, like you were saying.
Yeah, and then like you say, like in your everyday life, if something goes bad, pull it out of the tech bag and then refresh the tech bag. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
it's not urgent because like, oh, I have a few weeks till my next trip or
Yeah,
months.
you can wait for a nice Black Friday
Yeah,
sale or
good
something like
deal.
that. Yeah.
So what okay, so that was something I was thinking about, like, packing.
Well,
What
when you
other
were talking about
things do you do?
tendencies, like I think I know your answer here, but like I have a tendency where we get down to Walt Disney World, you know, and like with the annual pass holders, you still have to make those park reservations, which
Yep,
I think is
yep.
still silly. But I I always go to the same park first. And I'm curious if you have a like maybe 9 out of 10 times, or maybe it's 10 out of 10 times. Like, do you always go to the same park first?
I don't, but I feel like I should always go to Magic Kingdom first because it's like the castle park and it's got the most attractions, it's got the most nostalgia for me. I feel like everybody should go to Magic Kingdom first, but I've kind of given up on that lately because, sometimes I'll have a reason to go to another park, like maybe I'm meeting friends for dinner at Garden Grill, or we're hanging out at Epcot seems to be where I do tend to go more lately for like a first thing, just because of reasons. Like friends are there, there's something happening there. I don't ever tend to go to Animal Kingdom first, and rarely will I go to Studios first. It's usually Epcot, but Magic Kingdom, it just feels right to go to Magic Kingdom first. But if I'm staying at Coronado, sometimes I'll just hop over to Epcot to get something to eat because it's got more eating, especially if I'm solo. Like it's got like I'll be like, I need some fish and chips or something. I'll see it like as a food court. I don't know. What about you?
We always go to Epcot first. Like, very rarely have we gone to Magic Kingdom first. So I feel like our tendency is always Epcot. And even like going to our first trip that we ever took in 2011, that was the first park I ever went to, was Epcot. And I don't know if that's why it's always kind of been like that. Like, yeah, we just always are drawn to go to Epcot first. When Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind opened up, that made it too, because like I want to get as many rides in there. Like I want to get my boarding group. I'm at the airport trying to get my boarding group, like, so like boom, so we can land, get the car, go straight to Epcot, ride Guardians. So that was just kind of like our thing, So like our tendency is always Epcot first. And yeah, it's just kind of tradition because that's how our first trip started.
Well, like Shaggy says, he's tuned in over on YouTube. He says typically stays at Pop Century, so Epcot's going to be on the Skyliner, so it's nice and easy. That does make sense. Say you're at Art, Pop, Caribbean Beach, Riviera, something like that. That does make a lot of sense. Even the studios would be an option there because it's accessible, right? Just hop on, boom, boardwalk, beach, yacht, just walk over to one of those and jump in. That's going to probably keep Magic Kingdom out of play. But I guess that would kind of be the reverse for like if you're staying at Contemporary, Wilderness Lodge, Grand, Poly, something like that. You're going to want to
take even that trip though, where we stayed at the Contemporary with the theme park view room. I vividly remember we went to Epcot first.
Really?
Because I want to ride Guardians.
That's really wild. See, that's really wild because when I was staying at the Contemporary there, I almost just went to the Magic Kingdom because like this is like it reminded me so much of Disneyland. Like I was like, this is like staying at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah,
that's good. Let me ask you. This is gonna be a random show. My footwear over the year, I've looked at pictures, right? Since like when we were going when like Paige was 5. My footwear over the year, because like I think people are like committed to their footwear. Like you always think like what you got, like, oh, this is it. Like I've worn Crocs for a while. I was like super into Crocs for a while, and different kinds of Crocs. Like there were, the typical Croc, right? That was like I don't know, the clog. That's I guess with the holes, the molded one. Then for a while I had this one kind of Croc that was, it kind of had like canvas on the top or some kind of material, and it was kind of like a dressier Croc, but it was still a Croc. It was super comfortable. I wore that for a while.
And it's true because I've seen you share like in the Discord on that memory lane, like old photos, like you always talk about that trip with Paige and her friend Molly. Like I see you like wearing those Crocs in those photos. Like
I wore them when I taught, like because you could actually wear those with like khaki pants. Like I didn't care. I never cared what I looked like. But then I went to sneakers and like I even back in the day would wear like slides. I don't know how I did that. I mean, God, man, my feet. But I'm now more of a like sneaker guy, but I used to never wear sneakers in the park. But I guess like as your feet get older and you're kind of abuse your legs and your feet and your body, I go sneakers now. But like, where do you land on as far as like what treats you the best as far as footwear?
I've always been sneakers 100%. Unless if I'm going to the pool. So then that's when the Crocs come out for me.
Yeah, 100, same.
People this is a thing about Scotty G. People will learn today if they don't know. I am not a barefoot person. I like to have socks and I like to wear my sneakers. So, and well, sometimes I wear a dress. Sometimes I will bring like not like a tuxedo type of dress shoe, but every now and then I'll bring like a nice black shoe too.
Mm-hmm.
If we got like a California grill or something like I know that we have planned. So, but what I don't like about that, Mike, is like the room it takes in the suitcase. Like, because like when, especially on a Run Disney race weekend, like we're bringing all sorts of shoes, right? And like they take up a lot of
Thank
space.
you.
And my least favorite thing is like when I know like we got a California grill or something, and I'm bringing a pair of shoes for like 3 hours for like a week-long trip. And
Yeah,
like,
see,
man, I'm
you're so
sacrificing
right.
real estate in my bag just for
You're
3 hours.
You have to justify it, and that's honestly, see, this is why I like doing the show, just where we could sit here and talk about things, because I think this is what everybody probably does, maybe with your significant other when you're getting ready to go on a trip. Did you maybe, I hope you have these conversations as you're riding around your car, that I don't know if you do or not, but like this is exactly what I do in my head. Like I justify, like this is taking up this amount of space, especially now that, like, bags aren't flying free on Southwest and things like that. I mean, I fortunately have a credit card, so I, get that. But when you're paying for bags or whatever, like you really have to think about, like, am I bringing this and is it worth taking up? Because shoes are heavy and they're big, and they're, if you wear a size 12, that's a lot of space. Because
Yeah.
like you said, to Run Disney, you got to bring a few pair of sneakers because they could get wet and you don't want to have wet shoes. Yeah, that's a good point. So
Yeah.
you do bring
It's
fancy
tough
shoes.
decisions you have to make. And like, could I get by wearing tennis shoes, which I have done plenty of times too, but like, will it work with like the pants I'm gonna wear? Like, I don't know. This is like what my mind thinks sometimes. And like it's yeah, sometimes you have to sacrifice the space, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to I'm gonna move 5 hats because I bring so many hats
I,
too. Like
I do bring a ton of
I was
hats.
like, all right, I'm bringing these, I'm moving these
This is
hats
why,
to the backpack now
yeah,
because I think I can find room in my backpack for the hats now.
I'm
Or like, can I
guilty.
sneak a pair of shoes into my backpack? Those are the things I think about.
I'm guilty of that. Like, what? And here's the thing too.
I was buying a hat too.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like the underwear thing, dude. I'll bring I'll bring 29 pair of underwear, but here's the thing: I'll bring 29 hats, and then I'll buy 7 on the trip, and like never wear one of the 29 hats I brought because I bought 7 that I'll never even wear all 7 of them on the trip because that's my souvenir. I always buy hats because I always have a hat on my head. Why am I bringing the 29 hats from the past trips? Like I know I'm gonna buy 3 or 4 on the vacation. Like there's weird things, and I guarantee you, everybody listening to the show has probably got their weird thing. But those, like, now that I didn't even think about this before we hit record, like this is a therapy session, is what the show is. Because I don't know, but I do it every time. Like, because I tell myself like I don't need to bring. Are you an overpacker? I am an overpacker.
Liz definitely is. I'm close to it, but I would say I'm not. I would say I'm not. I'm saying I don't come back with much as clean stuff as you would think. But I've learned, Mike. I'm strategizing like about the hat thing. Like I think about this now where I'm like, okay, I definitely want a new shirt this trip. So I'm going back to I'm staying 5 nights. I got to bring like nice 6 dinner shirts or whatever. Like, nope, I'm bringing one less because I know I'm going to buy a new like Disney Nike golf polo or something on this trip. So I actually think about the things I might buy.
That's a good
So
idea.
I'm not like using up all the real estate in my suitcase.
Yeah, I need to get that way because I mean,
It's
I like
hard. It's hard though. It's hard to
especially
think
like a
that
Run
way.
Disney trip, right? I mean, like I'll bring all these. Like, here's the thing. Here's a perfect example, right? I will pack, like my shirts from last year for like when I go down in January. Dude, I'm running dopey. I'm gonna get a bag of 6 long sleeve shirts, like guaranteed, because I'm running dopey. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get 6 new shirts. I'm gonna bring, because I'm an idiot. Like I'm gonna bring like last year's dopey shirt. I'm gonna bring last year's full marathon shirt. Am I gonna wear those? Probably not. Like, why am I bringing those dumb things? I don't know. Like,
You shouldn't.
I don't know. I
Maybe
should.
wear one on the way down on the
Yeah,
plane. But
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's who knows.
I
Okay,
have a
so
tendency that I have
yeah,
that I wanted to bring up to you
let's do it.
because you know me, I track all these like weird things about like our
I
hotel
I
stays,
wish I would have done that. That's so cool. People should do that.
our dining, and that's where I kind of want to go to. So I was looking at like I shared a little screenshot in the Discord today, like of where our dinners are. So I've been to like California Grill 18 times. Is like my number one dinner. So I was like looking at them, and I have a tendency where like our dinners are table service. Like very rarely do you see like a Pecos bill like in the dinner column for me. So that's a tendency that we have. We just really like to have like that sit down table service, have a server for dinner. What about you? Like do you lean one way or the other? Are you split down the middle with counter service and table service for dinners? Like how about you?
Well, see, a lot of my trips lately have been solo trips, so I tend to do a lot of counter service. But if it's family trips, we always will do, especially back when it was more like the whole family before like Paige, moved out and stuff. We would always do, especially when we were on the Disney dining plane, we'd always look at it as we would eat something. We'd get like Entenmann's donuts or something for the room. So we'd eat breakfast in the room, counter service for lunch, and then dinner was our table service. However, we'd flip it up say we were there for a week. One of those days or two of those days, we'd do like a character breakfast. So that would be our table service meal for the day. And then we'd do a snacky kind of thing for lunch ish, because the character breakfast would usually kind of carry over. And then for dinner, we'd do like corn dog nuggets or, burgers at like a Cosmic Rays or, whatever park we're in. So we do a counter service there. That's how we kind of flip the script on those. But yeah, usually it was table service for our dinner most of the time. But now it's just I usually just grab stuff as I go. Sometimes I'll eat table service, but not often.
I mean, and that makes sense too if you're solo, right? Like, don't necessarily want to go to like Yachtsman Steakhouse by yourself.
I do, but it is. I mean, and I have no problem with people to do that. And I mean, I've gone to, like I said, one of the coolest times I ever did, I would beer garden by myself. And I sat down at a table and these people actually did listen to the podcast. It was the weirdest, craziest
so cool
of all time, because they heard my voice and they saw my pop socket on my phone. And they're like, "You listen to that podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do listen to that podcast. By the way, that is my podcast." And they're like, "Oh my God, your mic." I'm like, "Yeah." And we had the best time at beer garden. But because I just took a chance, like, because I was like, God, I'm here and I love beer garden. Why not? Like, it's just, I wanted it that bad. I was like, I just love beer garden. Why not? It'll be fun. And it was the greatest thing ever. But I've done Olivia's by myself, because I love Olivia's. And I think it's, there's no problem with it at all. But a lot of times, I agree. I'll swing through and just get, something easy. But yeah, so let me ask you this, though. For tendencies, though, would you say you tend to go to old favorites more, or do you tend to try to branch out and try different table service restaurants like in the past?
Ooh, that's a great question.
You try to like go to places
I think we tend to go to because when I look at my list, I see like Narcoozy 17 times, I see California Grill 18 times. So I think the old favorites is kind of where we lean to more. But by tracking that data though, Mike, it helps me realize like, oh wow, I haven't been to Chatteria El Forno in like 3 or 4 years. Maybe we should go there and give that a shot. So it kind of reminds me a little bit like, wow, you haven't been to sci-fi in years. Maybe you should consider that again. So it does help me with that, but I'm a creature of habit, kind of like you with that sense. Like I know what I like. I know I love Narcoosse's. I know I love Topolino's Terrace. So I'm going to tend to go to those places more because like I know the service and the food menus are just great.
So let me ask you, kind of following up on that, like what's a table service restaurant kind of out of left field that you would like to try, like on like your next trip, some place that's kind of off the radar besides like your usual haunts? Like what's something that's kind of intriguing you right now?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I like having these conversations because I want our listeners to maybe have them with their family this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because it is fun to talk about these things and plan trips.
Yeah, I won't say beer garden, but I haven't been to beer garden.
So that one, beer garden?
I never been to beer garden. So that one,
enjoy it.
That one kind of interests me sometimes. But you know what? Like I feel like some of the Disney Springs restaurants kind of get forgotten about. Like I've been to Haleo in Washington, D.C., and like Emily still raves about like how she loved that meal. And I forget about it every time I'm at Walt Disney World for some reason. Even though like we've been to one, we really enjoyed it. Like, why don't we just go to Disney Springs and go to Haleo? But I always forget about it. And then we come home and I'm like, dang, we could have gone to Haleo and tried that again. So that's one like I feel like I really need to try out and experience again at Walt Disney World.
You know a place, and everybody's going to dog me on this. Well, first of all, one of the places that I've never been still, and it's quick service, but everybody raves about, it's that Eat place at Disney Springs.
Oh yeah.
At Indian place. It was like so good. And it's not that expensive. So I got to give that a shot. But the problem is, again, it's a whole thing. Like I love like Earl of Sandwich. There's so many places I love at Disney Springs. Like you can only
go to the same 2 places at Disney Springs. I need to switch it up.
I know I love some of the other places, but yeah, I got to branch out and try it because like Kim Taylor's like, oh, it's so good. I'm sure it is. So I got to give it a shot. and people are going to dog me on this, but and I've never eaten there, but I've toured it like at a Disney Springs media thing when they like debuted the Christmas tree trail back in the day, and like when they opened up Disney Springs, like when they renewed it. I kind of want to go into Rainforest Cafe. I've never had a meal or T-Rex.
Okay.
Because the theming in those places is over the top, right? And I know it's not like the greatest food probably in the whole world, but I've never eaten at one of those places. I know they're loud and crazy, but you know what? You're at Walt Disney World. I know people are like, dude, it's so obnoxious, but I've toured Rainforest. Like I've been in there and it just looks pretty cool. Like it
I want
seems
to go too, Mike.
I mean, it's like it kind of like reminds me of like an 80s kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
it's because it is kind of like an 80s kind of mall kind of thing. And I kind of just want to do it once. I know
I
people
I
like
I
food
booked a
blo-
T-Rex maybe a couple years ago because that's a hard to get ADR.
yeah.
And I found it, and it was like it's like one of those things, right? You see it and you're like, wow, that never pops up. I'm gonna book it. And I told Elizabeth about it, and she was like, no, we're not eating there. I'm like, but come on. But but I remember one time I think it was you, me, and Ricky on a podcast played a like read a couple menu items and like try to guess the
You had to guess
restaurant.
where it was. I know. I
And I
thought it was
did
good
and I did
actually.
T-Rex, and you and Ricky were both like, dang, like this all sounds good. Like I want to
Yes.
go to this place, and it was T-Rex.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Yeah,
oh
I do want
man.
to just give it a shot. Because the thing is, I Pam, like when we try to pick restaurants around here, like sometimes like a Saturday night, like she'll be like stressed out. I'm like, Pam, you're not marrying this meal. Like we're just going there to eat one time. It'll be fine. Like we'll eat it. We'll eat tomorrow too. So like you know, I know you only get so many ADRs, but I do want to try it. It'd be fun.
So I have a question for you. One thing I
But
wrote down for tendencies, I was just trying to think of some things that we commonly do, right? And I always like to get a photo pass photo on Main Street, USA. Like every trip, like it's just the classic. It doesn't have to be like right in front of the partner statue because when you walk up Main Street, it's kind of funny. You see like 6 or 7 photo pass photographers
yep.
like stationed up. They're like staggered, right? Yeah. So like, but I always like I like getting that photo pass. Like, doesn't matter if it's day or time or night. Like, I just like to come home and have like a Main Street, USA castle photo by a photo pass photographer. So I always make sure I get one of at a photo pass spot that you tend to go to or you make sure that you try to get when you're on a vacation?
So I again, I don't take as many shots with the PhotoPass people when I'm on solo trips because I just, some people do. I don't, unless it's like a race weekend with my medals or something. But when I'm with the family, we definitely do. My spot where I always here's what I miss. I used to always get a picture with the mayor of Main Street, USA. That was my jam. I have so many of those because like it was the same guy, right? He passed away probably about 5 years ago now. Um, but I always got my picture shaking hands with the mayor of Main Street, USA. And I know those characters are not around anymore. They had all like the firefighter, they
They
had
were
like
great.
suffragettes, the citizens of Main Street would just walk around and I would get my pictures with them more. There weren't photo pass pictures, you take them with your own camera, but those were the ones that kind of meant the most to me because it was like it brought Main Street to life. But yeah, I mean, I do take some PhotoPass pictures here and there, but it was more those Main Street aesthetic pictures of the characters with kind of what I like too was in the background, you would see like the balloon person, or you would
Oh
see,
yeah, those are great.
people getting their pictures taken in the background, or maybe you'd see, the Dapper Dans singing in the background or something. But those are the pictures of Main Street that I treasure the most were like the characters. Yeah, I wish they'd bring that back. But I mean, we've said that for years. I
Yeah.
just think that was what Main Street was. It was like this is, welcome to Main Street as the mayor, and
I love that pin trading guy they had on there too. His last name was like Sanderson. I can't remember his first name, but he would trade you like legit like awesome pins. I remember once like we traded like some weird Pluto pin or something and got like this pristine like Epcot 30th anniversary pin.
whoa.
Like I was like, wow, like you're willing to give that up? He's like, oh yeah, like it was just a cool like Main Street character basically. And I mean, his lanyard went down to like his ankles. I mean, it was just this long thing of pins. Like it was so cool.
See, I'd never
Man,
seen it. So he was like a character, like a cast
yeah,
member.
yeah, like he had like an old timey like hat on and outfit, like something Sanderson. I wish I could remember his full name, but he was classic. But yeah, he was just great because he would like give you like you upgraded your pins every time you traded with him. Basically, he had like legit like awesome pins. It was just a nice Disney touch, right? Like, oh yeah, give us your pins you don't like, and we'll give you a really nice one.
That's
You
super.
know?
Because I mean, you're Walt Disney World. That's like, that's a super cool, like you said, an upgrade. Like,
Yeah.
you paid a lot to come into the park. Let's do something nice for you. And also, by the way, Kara over on Facebook, who's tuned in, says we took our kids to T-Rex on our very first trip, and we all loved it so much that it's now a tradition. Every time we go back to
You
T-Rex,
have to.
there we go. I love it. Let's see. And Jeff over on Instagram says, on average, I go to Disney Springs twice a year. I find myself at Art Smith's every time.
Yep.
That's not a bad thing.
Art Smith's, Polite Pig, and Homecoming. It's like that trio. Like I need to
Art
break
Smith
it.
is Homecoming, so that's two.
I meant Boathouse.
You just made the triple a double. No,
Yeah,
I thought that's what you were saying was Boathouse. Oh God, I could go.
Scott, what are you talking about?
I could go for some deviled eggs right now.
I meant both, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. I was just trying to bust your chops.
That's funny.
Let's see. So, well, here's another thing I was going to ask you for tendencies. We got a few more minutes. What about like end of the night? Okay, so you've been in the theme parks. We don't tend to go like rope drop till the end of the day to get back to the parks. We used to. Like any traditions for like when you get back to the resort, whether it's Old Key West, Pop Century, Caribbean Beach, French Quarter, wherever you're staying. Like, how do you tend to wrap up a day at Walt Disney World on a week-long vacation? Do you have any kind of tendencies for how you wrap up a day back at your resort?
Well, I'll tell you one tendency I always have is I love putting on like that resort TV like in the room. So like when we wrap up the day, and I've observed this year that at nighttime it has like a different. It's darker.
Yeah, you got everybody on this now. Like everybody's posted this.
It cracks me up. Yeah, like I love that it changes throughout the day. But I love the loops. Like Saratoga like has an awesome loop. Like French Quarter will have like this jazzy like background loop, and I'll just crank the volume up on that thing as we're like winding down the night. Like getting showers or whatever. But like what I'll do though is so I'll turn the TV on, and that's when I like do my social media stuff, right? Like I'll take a lot of photos throughout the day. If something like really super crazy happened, I'll try to do like a real time like post, like, oh my God, I just ran to Mike. This is awesome, and I'll post it. But other things throughout the day, like I'm kind of building it up in my photo catalog, right? And then when I'm back at the room, I'm like, you know what? I'm winding up the day. Let's make like a nice social media post on Instagram about like what we did for the day. And then so I'm kind of doing like that stuff, just kind of relaxing and just doing like some housekeeping things like that. What about you? What do you like to do at the room?
It's kind of terrible. I always do like to go get a sweet treat every night back at the food court. Whether it's
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean Coronado Springs. They'll have down at El Mercado. They have ice cream. You can get, or one of the things I always get down there. They have like a red velvet cookie. It's always one of my favorite things to get. But like at Pop Century, I might get a tie-dyed cheesecake. I like to kind of tuck in. It's vacation, and I'll save a lot of times my sweet treat to get back to the resort so I can. Say you're getting off the bus at Pop Century because you got to swing through, and you can just go through everything. Pop, get something there. Maybe get a soda. You probably don't have your refill. That's the one thing. It's kind of inconvenient because you can't. If you have a refillable mug, you gotta go back to the room, get it, unless you carry it all day. But I do like to get a sweet treat. Another thing though, and you do this a lot, which I can't believe you didn't mention this. It's a good time a lot of times to like nights. I do like night swim.
The night swim, yes.
I
was thinking more specifically like.
When you're in the room. But I like to get that dip in the pool. Like there's nothing. Do you not agree with me? Like it, especially like summer trips, maybe even winter trips, because it's always pretty nice in Florida. But there's like I love the energy, and I don't know if it's just me, but like especially like the values and maybe the moderates too. But like something about a Walt Disney World resort pool at like 10 o'clock at night. There's like, especially like on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or a Monday night, like it just seems like it shouldn't be that fun. Like at 10 o'clock on a Monday night, but everybody's having just a hoot and a half. Like I love that energy in those pools.
It's the blast. And I may be in my 40s now, but I still am a kid, and like I love interfering with the kids throwing the football around. Like they're throwing deep balls. Sometimes I'll just like interrupt and like get in the middle and just like
you're like the crazy uncle. You're like the adopted crazy uncle for
I'm like, all right, include me in your next play. All right, like here, this is what we're gonna do. But that's when like strangers like form friendships like in the pool, you know. It's a kind of a weird thing, but like everyone's playing like pool games or whatever, or talking. You overhear someone say, it's kind of like the Disney bus. You
Yeah.
overhear someone say something about like, oh yeah, we went to this restaurant today, and like I like to ask them like, well, what'd you think about that restaurant? You know, like the pool time is the best. What I love about the night swim too, as someone is fair skinned, red haired like me, I don't have to worry about sunscreen and for a night swim. It is so glorious.
Yeah, honestly, it's so much more comfortable, to swim at night. Like the pool's warm, the water's warm, and you're not getting just beat down by the sun like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's
It's
just
a lot more comfortable, yeah, than the 2 o'clock swim, no doubt.
yeah. And I think it's just what it does too is it just kind of lets your body relax a little bit. And I mean, I don't know if like this is made up or not, but we swore like it helped like Paige if we let her like swim for like 20 minutes, like she would go to sleep a lot faster than if we just tried to throw her in bed, get back at the theme parks.
Yeah.
We
Sometimes
tried.
in the summer though, you'll still be amazed at how warm it can be. Like when we're at the boardwalk this summer, we did a night swim a couple times, and because the pool was right outside our door, and we're like, dang, like how is it still this warm? Like 10 o'clock at night, and there's these people in the hot tub for like 45
Oh,
minutes, and we're
dude,
like,
I
Emily
know.
was like, how are they not cooked at this point? Like sitting in there.
In the summer, I don't know how some of those people sit in those hot tubs that long. Like, because
It's
the
insane,
air
isn't it?
temperature will be 90 degrees, and that water is like 110. Like, I'm gonna call the paramedics for you.
I know.
Like, I don't.
I
Like, how
wouldn't
are you?
last like 2 minutes in that hot tub.
Exactly. Like, I don't know how you're doing this. Like, seriously, where are you from? Okay, so we got about 5 minutes. So, we got any other things you're gonna bring up here before we wrap it for the weekend? Because I love shows like this. It was casual, but just things you can discuss to maybe get you excited for your next trip. And again, you are very much statistically driven with those, your charts and your data, and
Yeah.
I love that. I wish I would
What?
have listened to this more.
Yeah, and I was thinking a tendency of you even like because I pick up on you. You have a lot of tendencies. You have a lot of good
I'm very
habits that you have.
ritualistic. I
Yeah,
do the same things over and over.
your Gaston's Tavern cinnamon roll, like yeah, you don't get anything else. I feel like for breakfast at Magic Kingdom anymore, right?
But because people are kind of down, and I'm not down on the cinnamon roll. People kind of been, saying it's not as good as it has been in the past, but that ham and cheese kind of thing that they have there, I might switch over to that in January. There's
I just thought of something though.
a new thing.
Like, isn't Walt's chili in the Magic Kingdom too? Like, could we do a Walt's chili with a Gaston
Oh,
cinnamon roll?
I think there is. I think we're gonna have to do that. Yes. 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 A Waltz chili. So, yeah. I mean, that's a whopper of a cinnamon roll and the special
Yeah,
chili. But oh my
yeah,
God, that's the ultimate. 100%.
yeah. But yeah, like I think that's a good way to do Magic Kingdom now. Like you go there, like a lot of times it's after like you're solo, you're doing a Run Disney race. You'll go to Magic Kingdom, do some photos, but you always get that cinnamon roll because it's quick and easy, right? Like
Right.
I love I love a good Crystal Palace character breakfast in the morning, but like you lose so much valuable time, like where while the crowds aren't as full. So I always liked your move of like the quick casual grab. Sometimes we'll do that at Starbucks, even though Starbucks Main Street Bakery, like that could be longer
That is nuts.
than Peter Pan's flights from there. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the bakery's good, but yeah, that's where everybody tends to go first thing. They got to get their coffee and their cinnamon rolls or what have you. It's a scene. Yeah. But I mean, telling you what, man, Gaston's Tavern back there is a scene too nowadays.
Yeah.
If you don't get there quick, sometimes you're waiting in a long
It's
line.
work. It's work to get back there though, too.
It is work. But the good news is like there's only like 5 things you can order. That's the good news about Gaston's Tavern is like that, it's like a cinnamon roll, that little breakfast sandwich, they got some sodas. There's not much. So at least it moves quick. All right. So I think time to cut out, but hopefully conversation piece for people this weekend to talk about their trips because we all have tendencies, but I think we don't think about them very often. But I don't know. Like, I wonder again, I want people to come over to the clubhouse and talk about like, because I am not kidding. When I see people getting ready for their trips, I swear people start packing a month out. And I'm like, am I the
I don't
only
know how they
one?
do it, Mike.
My wife does not even like sweat like packing until 8 o'clock at night the night before. Like we don't even get the suitcases out. It's crazy. And like,
Yeah.
I want to go to bed, because I go to bed early because I get, I tend to get up earlier. And like, she's like, I'm like, can we start packing? Like, I do want to pack like a little bit earlier than she does. Like, she's a last minute packer. I mean, last minute, like she's vacuuming, like because I'm sure you guys have to be like, this house has to be spotless before you leave.
Yeah, it has been that way.
Yeah.
It used to not be that way, but now since I'll tell you, Mike, since Emily's moved to Ann Arbor, like this house is like as clean and like as it can be. And like if I leave the littlest thing, and I've joked with Elizabeth, like, oh, you've changed. Like you used to not be like this. She swears that she has always, but like if I leave a pop bottle somewhere, like on the couch or something, or like on even on the coaster by the chair, like I can't like everything has to be picked up before we go upstairs to go to bed. And it
Because
used to not be
you
like
can't
that.
hang it on anybody anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
It's all me now. Yeah.
like,
Exactly. It's the hats too. It's like she bought me this new hat rack to put in the closet because she was tired of like a hat being on the table, a hat sitting like on the back of a chair, like that's where I would tend to put them. And then another hat would be on top of that. Like, nope. She solved that. She bought this new hat rack on Amazon to put in the closet. So like all my hats are there now. So like I have no excuse, as she likes to say. So yeah, the house definitely has to be 100% clean because it's nice to come back to a nice clean house.
Right, yeah.
Like
you have to have clean sheets and all that. Yeah.
Make sure the bed is clean.
Yeah,
like it's so nice to come back to that fresh, clean bed with your chargers already plugged in because you have your backups.
100%. And it wraps it right back to the beginning. All right. So, and Kara says they fly out next Wednesday. Not packed yet. Well done. Well done.
I wouldn't be worried until Tuesday.
No, you're so far ahead. Yeah, 100%. All right, we're jumping out of here. Don't forget, what you come up with the clubhouse. Give us your thoughts on all these things we talked about. Where do you fall on all these? And then join us Sunday night. We'll continue the conversation. 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central. Phone lines will be open. Give us a call. Let's talk about this stuff. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. We'll talk about that on the BOGP open line. Don't forget, the show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We're standing by this weekend to help you plan amazing Disney vacations for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link as you do that shopping this holiday season. Please bookmark it. Use it as often as you can. It really does help support the show. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys make this all possible. A huge, huge thank you to each and every one of you. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. So come on over this week. We'd love to have you. Patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast. You can give us a follow on social media. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike on Instagram, x.com, and Threads. You can follow Scott in those same places at Epscott, EPSCOT. But the place you got to go this weekend for all your video watching needs is Must See Adventures. Scott, what's happening on the channel over the weekend?
Yeah, we just have a video of a Saturday football weekend in Lincoln, Nebraska, of all places. So lots of fun. There's some Disney talk. We go into some stores and have meals and all that. It's a lot of fun. And then, then we'll start getting to our Wine and Dine race weekend series. So if you want to see some Disney content, like and subscribe. People say they love the videos. So if you haven't watched yet, please give it a shot. I think you'll be entertained. So yeah, Must See Adventures.
All right. We'll see you over there. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, join the clubhouse. It's our free Discord server, free for everybody. We talk Disney, we talk life, we talk sports, we talk everything. Join it. Your invitation's waiting for you right now. All you got to do is go over to beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse and you're in. So we'll see you there this weekend. All right. Time to get out of here and wish you a great weekend. So for Scotty G up in Michigan, I'm Mike here in Missouri. Have a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. That's fun. It worked.
Sorry, I froze like 2 or 3 times, but the audio still works, right?
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. You dropped a couple words of it. We got it. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Dang.
Good
sorry. I don't know what was going on with the internet.
I don't
like it happened a couple times when you were talking. I'm like, okay, good. And I'll be able to figure out what he said when it catches back up. But then a couple times it was when I was talking.
Dude, Paige is going to lose big time. Dude, they're down 66-52 with 5 minutes left.
Not looking promising.
They're not winning. Oh my God.
Bob Morris getting the victory.
Robert Morris University. 69-52 now. Oh
dang.
They're getting
points in 5 minutes is tough to overcome.
It is. Hey Vern. Hey Jason. Yeah, we went a little bit early today.
We did go early. Today.
Early.
All right. Oh yeah, dude, you're loving the menu that we have this week. So we did the chili and cinnamon roll. Yep. Tonight is a homemade chicken pot pie.
Oh, dude, I love chicken pot pies. They just take forever to cook.
They do. That's why we're doing it tonight. It was going to be tomorrow, but when Liz found out I was recording the podcast with you, she's like, "Oh, that'd be perfect for the pop
Yeah,
five. We just let it
dude,
let
that's
it bake
great.
while
You're
you're
not even thinking about it. Yeah, boom, it's ready. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. I
All
can
right.
smell it.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. This is always fun.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm sure I'll talk to you later.
Yep, I will talk to you. All right.
right.
See ya.
See you.
See you
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.